it's Hope and welcome to the vlog. This is going to be my reading vlog from August 10th through the 13th, so it's just going to be about half a week because I just did my 7 books in 7 days and then I felt like I needed a day or two off from vlogging. So here we are. So it is 6:30 on the 10th. And so I will talk about the 2 books that I have started in the last few days. One of those is Forging Silver into Stars by Bridget Kemmerer, and this I am 410 pages into. Absolutely loving it. This is going to be 5 stars. I don't know how to even describe this, even though I'm over 400 pages in. And the easiest way I can describe this is the spin-off series to the Cursebreaker series by Bridget Kemmerer, which is like a YA fantasy series. So this is also YA fantasy, and we are following Jax and Callan, and they live in this like little village. Nothing really seems to happen. 6 months ago, Callan's father died, and so now she is having to raise her sister on her own. And when this person comes into town offering Jax and Callan money in exchange for keeping a letter safe, they do this because they both need the money. And then we also have Taicho, who I think that's how his name is pronounced, who is the king's courier, who carries letters from the king to the prince, and he ends up in this small village and begins to question things that are going on. A line that fits this perfectly is, "Suddenly Jax and Callan find themselves embroiled in a world of shifting alliances, dangerous flirtations, and ancient magic, where even the deepest loyalties will be tested." I think I'm struggling to describe this because literally going into this, I knew it was a spin-off to the Cursebreaker series. We were following Jax, Callan, and Taicho, and that was literally it. And so I went in knowing nothing. I went in not knowing this book was queer. I went in having no idea. So then I was getting the vibes. When I first started, I was like, am I getting these vibes right between 2 characters, or am I completely misreading this situation? Oh, I was reading the situation right, but I didn't realize that until it happened, and then I was like, oh, okay, I'm not complaining, but I'm really enjoying it. I love how there's the political aspects, shifting alliances. You see some of the characters from the Cursebreaker series, which I loved. Well, I gave the first book 5 stars and the second and third book 4 stars, I think. But I do really enjoy those books, and I enjoy the characters, so it's good to kind of see where they are now, because this takes place 4 years later. I probably spent way too long describing this book horribly. And then I also have Nightfall by Penelope Douglas. This is the 4th book in the Devil's Night series and the last full-length novel in that series. And basically, in this book, it's a dark contemporary romance where we are following Will and Emery, and I honestly cannot explain anything else because I don't know what the fuck is going on, even though I'm 61% in. These are the type of books that you just kind of go along for the chaos and the ride the characters put you through, because they're dark, they're twisted, they're fucked up. But one thing I like about these books is they're told in different points of time. We're seeing the present, 9 years in the past, and then 7 years in the past as different events happen. And I really cannot describe this anymore because, again, there's some books that are just so hard to describe because of the plot being complex, or it would spoil previous things, or it's just a struggle to describe in general. And this is kind of one of those where I'm like, I honestly cannot describe you anything that's going on, but I'm loving it. So those are the 2 books that I have started. I will probably be finishing Nightfall tonight. If not tonight, 100% tomorrow. I'm going to try to get as close as I can to the end tonight, if not finish it. So yeah, I figured that's just a little update, and I will see you later if I update, or if not, probably tomorrow. Okay, so it's 10:45 on Thursday the 11th, and last night I did finish Nightfall. I'm giving it 4 stars because while I like the characters, the plot was kind of all over the place, and like I feel like I wasn't like, there was things that was almost like, oh, I think you should have realized it beforehand, and I didn't realize it until it was like laid out in front of us by the characters of things that are going on. But I did really enjoy it. I honestly really want to physically own these books now because I love this series. Like, it's probably one of my favorite like dark romance series. I still have a novella that I'm going to read at some point this month, but then I'm done with the series, and it's going to be weird leaving these characters behind. I also got book mail. My wonderful friend Alicia from Books and Things with Alicia, she sent me her copy of Loveless because she ended up DNFing this, and I think jokingly in the live for Loveless, because this was the late night bookworming the book club pick for June. But during the live, I think Alicia joked. I originally thought it was entirely joking. Was like, oh, if I decide to get rid of my copy, do you want it? I was like, yeah, sure. Totally joking. And now it's in my possession. So now I have the paperback and the hardcover, and I'm honestly gonna cry because, like, I love this book so much. I love Alice Oseman so much. I want to collect all the editions of all the books in English. I do not speak any other language, so I'm not going to collect other languages, but like, I'm so happy because I love this. But yeah, this now is going to go on my little Alice Oseman section of my one shelf. So yeah, I will probably be finishing Forging Silver into Stars. I'll probably read more things. Right now I'm kind of in a lot of back pain, so honestly I'm probably going to read a lot because then I can just kind of relax, lay in bed with a heating pad on my back or whatever else will help. So yeah. Okay, so it's 12:30 on Friday. I didn't pick up the camera for the rest of the day yesterday because I was just, we're gonna be honest, I was in both physical and emotional pain. I don't really want to go into it, but I just didn't feel like I could pick up the camera, which is okay. But a lot has been done. So I finished Forging Silver into Stars, and I'm giving it 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. The ending is honestly, the thing is with this is I didn't know where it was gonna go, but if you would have told me the ending, I would have been like, oh, okay, in like the best way possible, because I really, really enjoyed it. I am going to be getting my hands on a copy at some point for myself because this is a library copy, as you can tell. So I'm going to be getting my hands on a copy for me at some point. I don't know when. I've said that with like 100 other books. I might actually do a video of like books I want to buy, so then when I go to buy books I can look back and be like, oh, what ones from that video did I not buy, and buy them, or be like, oh, do I still want to buy those? That would be a good video idea. That's coming probably sometime in September. But yeah, loved it. I love the characters. I loved the relationship between 2 characters. No other thoughts really? Then I also read Lore Olympus Volume 2 by Rachel Smith. I technically read it on Webtoons, but I read the volumes that were on, like, in that book on Webtoons, if that makes any sense, because I don't own the copies. And I just kind of wanted something quick and easy and continuous series. So this is a Hades and Persephone retelling, like a graphic novel. It is basically like, it's based like the Greek myth, but told in a more modern setting. And this is volume 2. It's literally just mutual pining, and I love it. Normally I'm like, just get together. This, I'm like, nope. I love the mutual pining, the slow burn. I just loved it. I gave it 4 stars. Then I also started The Feeling of Falling in Love by Mason Deaver. This doesn't come out until the 16th, so the day after this video is posted, it comes out. But I have an arc of it, and I was like, oh, I need to actually read that. Plus, I just wanted something cute and fluffy, and this kind of is it. But this essentially followed Neil, who he has to travel across the country to his brother's wedding, and originally his date to the wedding was going to be his like best friend / friends with benefits, Josh. But when Josh reveals that he has feelings for Neil, Neil's like, no, I don't want that. So then he has to find a new date to take to the wedding, and he settles for his roommate, Wyatt, and the two of them travel to California for the wedding, and it's just cute at this point. It's really cute, but it does have some like more, like there's some like deep conversations about things. Obviously it's a queer book, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm 59% in. I'm gonna be finishing it tonight because it's just so cute, so funny in some points. Probably gonna be a 5-star, which I honestly wouldn't be surprised because I gave Mason Deaver's other books that I've read by them 5 stars, so like kinda not surprised. Is Mason Deaver gonna be a favorite author? Probably. I will probably be starting a new physical book tonight as well. I'm debating between one that's on my TBR and one that's not on my TBR. I'm leaning more towards the one that's not on my TBR because I've been just thinking about that book for the last like week and being like, I want to read it, so I might read it. Who knows? I'll let you know later. But yeah. So it's Saturday at 12:50. At this point, I'm vlogging once a day, and that's better than nothing at this point. But yesterday, I ended up starting Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas, and I read 86 pages. I've been just kind of wanting to continue this series, so I kind of said, screw it, I'm picking this up. Mainly, literally, because yesterday morning, there was literally a single audio on TikTok that my brain, anytime I hear it, thinks of a specific character in this series. And then I was just kind of like, you know what? It'll be good for Witchathon because it's a big book, so it'll up the page count, and it's a reread, so it's unlike I have to think a lot. And then I didn't end up finishing The Feeling of Falling in Love, because we ended up having to go grocery shopping, whoopee, and then I hopped on my friend Morgan's sprints, and then right after that I hopped on my friend Kim's sprints, and then we hung out after the sprints until like 1-ish or so. So then I immediately just went to sleep, and now this morning / early afternoon here, I've literally done nothing. I haven't read anything, so that's kind of where I'm at. Don't really know what else to say. I will be reading more obviously today. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So it's now 8:18, and I finished The Feeling of Falling in Love by Mason Deaver, and I just really enjoyed this. I gave this 5 stars. It was so fun. If you know me, you know that I love like fake dating. That is one of my favorite tropes. Any time that there is a mention of fake dating, I'm always like, tell me the book. And this definitely fits that, of like, I like it because it's fake dating, it's messy, but the characters are, I really enjoyed the characters, both Neil and Wyatt, like separate, but then also them together. Like, I love just how we've had so many like serious conversations that don't feel forced. I'm trying to think of how to word things and what I can say without blatantly giving away the plot. Is, yeah, there's the classic like third act breakup, but again, I'm always like, oh, I hate those, yet I'm also like, but I love them, because it just, the drama, just, I loved this. I will say, probably my favorite character is Wyatt, because I feel like I can relate to them in a few different aspects of their life, and just in general, I feel like I can relate to them just every so often. Like, there's some things that I'm like, oh, okay, I can kind of relate to you in that. I kind of can like sympathize and understand that. And yeah, I feel like if I talk about this more, I'll either spoil things or decide to spend the next 10 minutes talking about it, but I really enjoyed it. 3 for 3 for giving Mason Deaver's books 5 stars. So yeah, I will probably be getting my hands on a copy of this at some point. When will that be? Who the hell knows, but sometime in the future. Because I would want it next to my copy of I Wish You All the Best, and I also want to get The Ghost We I also want to get The Ghost We Keep by Mason Deaver, which I read earlier this year and loved. aka I found another favorite author and another auto-buy author. I'm not really surprised. But yeah, and then I read up to page 98 of Queen of Shadows, and my brain just kind of went like with fantasy, was just like, you are not processing any of the information that you're reading. Like, I read, I think, 12 pages, and the entire time my brain was just like, what the fuck is going on? And for like high fantasy, you kind of want to understand everything that you're reading. So yeah, but I think I'm gonna end this vlog here because I literally just plan on crawling into bed and reading something. Do I know what that thing is? No. But this was just kind of a vlog. Don't really know what else to say. It's good to be vlogging again, even if it's only like once or twice a day. Better than nothing. But I really hope you enjoyed this vlog, and bye!